All right. The third discussion is on contrasts from the the um the anime to the game. In the anime, Lily is portrayed as someone who is she's terrified of Pokemon. She can't touch them. She used to be able to, but now she can't. But in the game, it's shown on the right of her holding Sigalio's face and putting her nose to its nose. Like, okay. So I like how the game is showing us a different side of Lily, I guess, like her more intense side. Because in the anime, it's not to hate on the anime, it's more kiddie-ish. You get what I mean? Like more of a kids kind of thing. I mean, Pokemon, the anime is supposed to be anime. The cartoon's supposed to be for younger people, but I mean, of course, I'm not saying it's only for young people. The audience is very ranged, but all right. Well, with other contrasts to the anime, which is as I had said before, Lily's knowledge on her mother. In the anime, it doesn't really go into depth much about her mother. It doesn't go into depth at all. It's only the 8th episode. There's only 8 episodes out right now. Or 8 episodes that I've seen. But basically, the gist of it is her mother works a lot. That's all she knows. That's all that the anime tells us. While in the game, it shows us basically the entire plot between the two of them. And honestly, I'd say it's like one of the Game Freak got really real. They were getting on personal levels. They were bringing out very intense topics for us to view very openly. And like with the dex entries are like terrifying at this point. Like they have like it talks about Pokemon killing their trainers. Like, whoa. You're really getting into the topic now, aren't you, Game Freak? But anyway, basically, the anime and the oh my god, I keep saying the manga. The anime and the game both show us like two different Lilies, I guess we can say. Though I'm not talking about like completely different people. I'm talking about like two different sides of her, as I was saying before. It's like one side is the more fragile side, doesn't know anything, more innocent. But the side we've seen in the game is the knowledgeable, intense Lily that I don't think they want to show in the anime because of the younger children watching. Not saying that the younger children aren't playing the game as well, but I'm kind of thinking that the game kind of rushed the plot a little bit. Like they kind of brought things in quickly, like it elevated very quickly. Like I mean, from the cutscene, it was showing us of Lily running. It was her running away from these people who we didn't know at the time, but that it was kind of like foreshadowing because it showed us if the Aether Foundation is chasing this girl who turns out to be Lily, who also turns out to be the professor's assistant, who thirdly turns out to be a good person, wouldn't it be implied that these people are bad? Like that's the first thing I thought was, oh, these are the bad guys. So that when it showed her mother and when we had visited the Aether Foundation, I was like, wait, weren't these the people who were chasing Lily? And then also in the game, when he said, hey, let's go to the Aether House, and Lily was very, very, very quick to say, oh, never mind, I want to watch the trial with How. So she showed obvious discomfort toward the subject, so that also gave us the hint of, oh, okay, so she doesn't like this place because they had chased her and she had Cosmog. So Cosmog probably links it all together. That's what I first thought when I had started playing the game. It was like, oh, okay, so Lily and Cosmog are some major part in the game. So then when we had gotten to the garden, it had showed us it showed us the UB01 and her mom saying, "Oh my gosh, they're beautiful." Sorry. So, the first thing that it shows us from the game would be her and Nebby. But in the anime, she doesn't have Nebby. So she can't go through that the character development that she can in the game, which I'm not saying she never will. Lily, I think out of all the characters in the cartoon slash anime, I don't know what to say at this point, she has the biggest possible room for character development because with Sophocles or whatever, his goal was basically like, I don't know, like make a bunch of like electronics. He's like the Clement of this generation. Well, Lana, her goal was to go underwater, and Namala wanted to be a cook. Like, what does Lily want to do? Lily wants to be a Pokemon trainer. She wants to break out of the shell. She wants to touch Pokemon. She wants to be friends with Pokemon. So it's like the anime is saying, like, I'm not talking about the game now, the game is put aside, but the anime itself is showing us, like, oh, okay, so this is going to be like, kind of like the new, I'm not saying this is like a copy of that character, but it, like, the character is kind of making us think of May, how, she was scared of Pokemon until, of course, her Torchic, and then she was like, oh, okay, I'm a Pokemon trainer now, I'm going to get contest badges, so that's kind of making me think, okay, what are they going to do with Lily? Are they going to do something like that where they're going to have her be like Ash's rival, maybe? I mean, we've yet to see how in the anime as well as the game, because we've seen him in the game already. He was like the first person we battled. But he's not even in the anime yet, and it's already 8 episodes in. So I'm wondering if Hao, well, of course, Hao's going to be in it, but maybe he's not going to be the rival this time. Maybe Lily will be the rival of this game. Maybe she'll get a Pokemon. She'll, like, in the anime currently, she can touch the egg that she was given, like, the task to hold on to. So when it hatches, maybe that'll be her first Pokemon. That'll be her starter Pokemon. Like, from the little, like, flowers on it, I'm kind of assuming, like, okay, what if they're gonna go through the entire egg hatching like an Ultra Beast? Like, would they do that? Because, like, the flowers remind me of UB01, the flowers on its, like, hat thing on its head. And then it's, of course, Lily looks like UB01, so that's kind of making me think along those lines. Though I'm not sure that's what's gonna actually happen, kind of like my own little prediction. Though I honestly don't think it'll happen, but it's like nice to think of options that could happen, because then it's like opening up a bunch of stories that I myself can look at, and I think it's just wow, incredible. But that's what I mean when I say Lily has. I personally see her as having the most potential in the anime of who we've seen so far, due to the fact that, so in the beginning of episode 8, she wouldn't touch Pokemon. She wouldn't go near them like she usually does. But in the end, she was so driven to protect this Pokemon that maybe she would touch it. And that also makes me think, okay, what if it's the Nebby? What if it's Cosmog? What if they're introducing Cosmog in a different light and they're going to have a completely different plot from the game did? Like, that's like what I'm also thinking of. But that's it for the country. Oh, fuck. That's it for contradicting each other. All right.